Hi guys. Inspired by your thermal, I've been playing around with some kind of more silly style, should we say. I don't think they're as effective as just going for the sheer force of macro and bio against Zerg, but you can have a lot of fun with it, especially Zergs that are a little bit weaker, sort of mid 2s. Once it's not going to work against the high 2s Zerg, at least the way I play it. But so what we're basically going to do is skip bio probably.
Additional supply depots.
Go for things like mass Hellion Widow Mine, Viking and Ghost, and sort of Widow Mine Viking Ghost is kind of an interesting combination actually, because Widow Mines and Hellions are good against Ling Bane, and then Ghosts are good against high value units, and then Vikings you can do harass with them, you can kill overlords and overseers to remove the detection, good against elite corruptors and things like that. So yeah, and we're going to try to incorporate some nukes into our play as well. So we'll see how we go. We can get some fun games, but not having bio, it does reduce your ability to actually just go in and snipe bases. That's one of the big issues. You can do Hellion run buys and stuff like that, but having just a little bit of bio that can just drop in, kill bases, deny bases, etc. can be really good too. So we'll see. This is Overlord coming across. Looks a little late.
Not enough minerals.
Okay, what the hell?
The Grim Reaper has arrived. What's going on?
What the hell is this?
I'm going.
Our SCVs are under attack.
Okay.
Insufficient Vespi gas.
Okay, double gas ups.
SCV ready.
Alright, we need a bunker here.
Better be good. Bad news. Sure thing. What? SCV ready. Big job, huh?
I mean, it must be roaches, right? Is it proxy roaches? Like, is it a proxy hatchery, I wonder? Gonna drop the mules on the high grounds.
Add-on complete.
I'm actually gonna go for a tech lab here, because I strongly suspect it's gonna be something like that. We'll just get one safety tank.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
Actually, let's look for proxy hatcheries first.
Not enough minerals.
I'm listening. SCV ready. Got something from... What's it worth?
Okay.
All right.
Perhaps my tank was a bit late.
SCV ready. Armed and ready. Ah! You hear me? Nothing
Okay.
I can't handle. Yeah.
Okay, it's just a lot of lings. It doesn't matter that I lose that. That's just really good information.
Go ahead.
Okay, we're gonna have to abort our original plan.
SCV ready.
What I might do here actually is go for a very fast wall off too, because he's probably gonna send them across now.
This better be good.
Actually, yeah,
SCV ready.
that was clutch, just in time. Oh no, it wasn't quite in time. Sorry.
Will do. Big job, huh?
Okay, we should be ahead now. I'll go for Banshee. So yeah, I'll have to show you my build
What's going on?
in the other game. You know, there's an old saying that no plan survives contact with the enemy. We actually could still do it. Maybe I'll just build one Banshee.
Ready to raise some hell.
Mineral field.
SCV ready. Light it up.
Yeah, let's just build one Banshee. Okay, so we'll go for a
Not
ghost
enough
academy.
minerals.
SCV ready.
Engine screaming.
So I'll send this across. We can get a bit of scouting with it as well.
SCV ready.
So put one here, one down here,
SCV ready.
in case he sort of goes for a battling bus follow-up.
What's going on? SCV ready.
And how are we on supply? I'm going to get an engineering bay and an armory. Armory for detection, engineering bay because he might rush out meters or something like that.
Not enough minerals.
In the rear. I'm waiting
Oh,
on you.
there we go. That's good information. Okay, we're going to have to, we'll cancel these. We've already got a tech lab here, which is nice.
SCV ready.
We'll go for an extra barracks.
Add-on complete.
And I'm actually going to bring the Banshee home, I think. We'll go for a Liberator, tank. There's actually a lot.
Coming through.
I should build another bunker, actually.
Yeah, whatever. SCV ready.
Can we go for a counterattack?
Light it up.
Let's check if he's got another base first. Oh, he does.
Are you ready?
So it's not that committed.
Ready.
Okay, he's still at home actually.
Command
Okay.
center upgrade complete.
I'm in a heap of trouble.
I'm disappointed I didn't go for Banshees now.
SCV ready.
That's not mine, right?
This is your plan.
Oh, I've got to watch out for a Nidus as well.
Aye, aye, sir. Go ahead. Armed and ready. What's going on?
I should probably build a Viking. Okay.
Add-on complete.
Alright, we might have to just go into standard bio. So,
Ah, you scared me. SCV ready. Been waiting. Go, go, go. SCV ready.
we have to take our third as well.
SCV ready. Yeah, yeah. You want a piece?
Mineral field depleted.
Incoming orders.
There's some counter damage. Now, I don't think he's going to attack in because he scouted
Returning fire.
SCV ready. Ready to blunder.
mutas.
Huh? This better be good. What's going on?
Our
Alright,
SCVs are under attack.
By the jump.
Research complete.
Who wants some?
Our SCVs are under attack.
Go ahead.
Not enough minerals. Research. Not enough minerals.
oh man.
Mineral field depleted.
SCV ready.
Not enough.
SCV ready.
Not enough.
Better be good. Huh?
Alright, I think we held it okay.
Go, go, go.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Okay, there's a overseer there as well, so I want to go and kill this.
Add-on complete.
That looks like he's going for a
Upgrade
Nidus.
complete.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
Loud and clear.
I don't want to take that out now because he's got meters on the field.
Move it.
Not enough minerals.
SCV,
Now we're starving for money. I forgot to drop mules.
Not enough
SCV ready.
Ready for dust off.
SCV ready.
Our SCVs are under attack.
Oh my god.
Job, huh? This better be good. What's going on? Got something for SCV ready. By the
Ready for dust off.
Not enough minerals.
Huh? Yep.
Man, this is really hard to deal with.
Want some? This better be good. SCV ready.
This is my Viking.
SCV ready. Yeah. Go, go, go.
Okay, this is it's been a tough game. It's been a tough game.
Not enough minerals.
Ready.
SCV ready.
He's probably going to follow it up with a whole bunch of Ling Bean.
Ready for dust.
Additional supply depots.
Can we go out? Did we get Cloak? No, we didn't get Cloak.
SCV ready.
Additional supply depots required.
See if I can scout with this to see what he's doing.
You ready for war?
Additional supply depots required.
In the rear with the gear.
Ready for dust off.
See how many bases he has.
Additional supply depots
And then we need to
required.
go start trying to put some pressure on.
Can't build here. SCV ready.
Upgrade complete.
This better be good.
Okay, so he's macroing up. I'm going to go for a push.
Want some?
Oh!
We could use some help here.
That's a lot, man.
Ready for dust off.
Want a piece of me?
Base is under attack.
Ready for dust off.
Ready to go.
Okay, we held it.
Complete.
We need to go do some counter damage now, though.
What's that? Huh? Want some? SCV ready.
Land, goddammit.
What's going on? This better be good. SCV ready. Let's wait, bro. Go, go, go! It's go time. Nothing, boys. What? Let's wait. SCV ready.
Mineral field.
SCV ready. This better be good.
He's got too much.
Going.
Upgrade complete.
SCV ready.
Upgrade.
Ready for dust off.
SCV ready. Huh? You gonna arm?
Not enough minerals.
Man, I don't think we've got enough here.
Go, go,
God damn it!
Bad news? This better be good. I'm in deep! SCV ready. Yes, sir. SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
Get heavy.
Mineral field depleted.
Boom, baby! It's go time.
Command center upgrade complete.
Messed up my hotkeys at a terrible time.
It's about to get heavy.
Fuck.
Let's have fun. SCV ready.
Oh my goodness, what the hell?
SCV ready.
Base is under attack.
In the rear with driving something, boys. SCV ready.
Upgrade complete.
What's going on? Gotcha. Huh?
Command center upgrade complete.
Bad news. Who wants some?
How are we going for workers? We actually have enough
Mineral
workers.
field depleted. Add-on complete.
Ready for dust off.
SCV ready.
Mineral field depleted.
Let's have a blast.
Add-on complete. Our SCVs are under attack.
Gangway. It's on. You want a piece of me, boy?
Mineral field depleted.
Where's all my stuff?
Big weight.
Mineral field depleted.
It's go time.
Do I have concussive? Yeah, I do.
Me, boy.
Unacceptable land. Vespine geyser exhausted.
It's about to get heavy. Bandit, huh? This better be good. Armed and ready. Well, butter my biscuits. Ah! You scared me! Let's go. Let's have a blast. This better be good. Big job, huh? In the rear with...
Mineral field depleted.
Kaboom, baby! What's that?
Ready for pickup?
You want a piece of me, boy? Go ahead. Gangway, coming through.
Yeah, we're gonna have to start going into lurkers and stuff soon.
Bad news, SCV ready.
Dealing with lurkers, I would say.
Go, go!
Ready for dust off.
Fueled up, ready to go!
Okay, he doesn't have that many drones here.
Upgrade complete.
Reporting for action.
God damn it.
Armed and ready.
Light flights.
Been waiting on you.
Okay, so we're gonna make this the other side army. Need more armories.
I can't build here.
Add-on complete.
Gangway, coming through. You gonna get the order? Go, go, go!
Mineral field depleted.
Where should we put it?
Upgrade.
Running out of
Mineral
room.
field
Put it here.
depleted.
By the number. This better be good. Armed and been waiting on you. You gonna give me your piece of me, boy?
Add-on complete.
I feel ya.
Oh my goodness.
Want some?
My control is freaking terrible.
Armed and ready.
Mineral field depleted. Command center upgrade complete. Mineral field depleted. Add-on complete.
Want some? Been waiting on
Okay, now we should be able to get on top of it.
you. Sure. You gonna give me orders?
Heading both sides at once.
I'm in deep.
Vespine geyser exhausted.
Gonna give me orders. Gangway, coming through. Let's have a blast. This better be good. Want some? Been waiting on you. Go, go, go!
Mineral field depleted.
We're gonna get this base.
Gangway, coming through.
Vespine geyser exhausted.
Go, go, go! Looking forward to it.
Actually, I'm just gonna pick up here.
Light flights here.
Ready to blunder.
Inbound.
Ready to blunder.
Upgrade complete.
Somebody get me out of this mess.
This is the power of Terran wire.
Boy,
to me.
Go, go, go!
Base is under attack. Upgrade complete. Our base is under attack.
Ready for pickup? Acknowledged.
Been waiting, ready to launch.
Now what?
Orders?
Talk to me.
We didn't clean it all up, unfortunately.
This better be good. Big job, huh, man? Been waiting on you.
Somebody, get me out of this mess. Take an effort.
He doesn't have anything to protect the brood lords.
All ready to blunder. Go, go, go! Victory.
Oh, he does.
Can't hold them alone. We can use some help here.
Mineral field depleted.
We should have enough here.
Field depleted.
Jeez, what a sweaty game.
Better be good.
He's probably re-expanded down there. Yeah.
Field depleted.
The medevac speed upgrade, which I should have got a long time ago. Forgot about my upgrades.
You got that. Ready to blunder. By that number, boys. Gonna get me. FSB ready. Ready.
Where is upgrades to? Yeah. Sweaty game, but yeah, our counterattacks did too much damage. I think we would have traded really well. Yeah, pretty well. Not as well as I. Yeah, that makes sense. But we did so much damage that he just didn't have anything. He would have run down his bank, building out the brute. So actually, I think that was pretty well played in the end. So I didn't get to show you my unconventional build. This is a stronger Zerg. See, one of the things about Roach Ravager is that it's strong in the early game, but it doesn't necessarily transition well. Like the Terran bio is gets stronger as the game goes on. This is one of the great strengths of Terran. Terran's got a lot of disadvantages. You know, including the fact that against Zerg you have to build all of your production, right? That costs thousands and thousands of resources, so you're always just behind economically and in terms of unit production. But if you can survive as the game goes on, you have, you know, bio is cheap and fast to produce once you get your production up, and it just gets better and better as the game goes on in terms of with upgrades and medevacs. And so when you know, the Zerg, for instance, takes full advantage of their early production advantage and just makes units and units and units and units, they can be dealing damage, but if they don't have sort of enough of a transition behind it, once you reach sort of a critical mass of bio, you can actually start trading really, really well. So I saw the links there. So, you know, it looks like I gave away the Reaper for free, but I didn't, because I wouldn't have got this wall off up in time, and I would have taken a lot more damage. I thought it was going to be roaches, and it was roaches, but I wasn't expecting that many early lings. So he then fooled me. So I stopped producing tanks and went into Hellions, and I guess that was sort of the point. But I didn't overproduce Hellions. Like, one of the roles of the Hellion Reaper is to scout. Like there, I scouted the roaches, the Ravagers, right? That's a huge scout. It's really, really important scout. And it was unfortunate I didn't build more Banshees. Because if I'd built more Banshees, so I scouted the third base, I saw how many he had. So I had to be careful of a Nidus here. Had he actually built a Nidus network? No, he hadn't. But when there's sort of like overlords or overseers prowling around, you have to be careful because he's scouted this, right? He knows that I've got double bunker, full wall off tank here. So, you know, if you're playing the Zerg, do you really want to try and push into this? Either you're going to wait and try and deny the third, or you're going to try to drop a Nidus. So you always got to be a bit sus and keep an eye out for that.
Mineral field.
But then, yeah, the meter switch, this is the other great strength of Zerg is, you know, if I want to mass produce a certain type of unit, I have to build all the production, but they only have to build just one spire, right? And then they can pivot their entire army. So often, when he knows you've scouted roaches, you've always got to be sort of 3D chess, right? You've got to like say, well, he knows that I know he's going roaches, which means I'm going to build a lot of tanks. So mutas can actually be quite effective as a switch. And if you're not prepared for it, then now if I hadn't have, again, this is the thing with harassment. Like it's sometimes it pays off, sometimes it doesn't. But what you always do is you get a scout, right? And I know that they're almost here, but that just gives me crucial additional time to just to prepare for it, right? Start building turrets, etc. in the main. It just you know, because if they come in here and they completely blindside me, I'll be so busy like pulling my SCVs, and then, you know, I haven't started my turret yet. Whereas here I start the turret first, then I can come over here and deal with this, and this is already finished, right? So yeah, scouting is really important. So yeah, he gets a tank pick off. I mean, I could have microed better, but just get the turrets up. Remember, it's a very expensive investment, the meters, and once you're sort of prepared for them, they you know, the return on investment subsequently will not be that high. So yeah, it is lucky, by the way, that I aborted my original plan. If I'd gone into ghosts, then that, like we would have just died because we wouldn't have had the bio. So yeah, I mean, it's hard, right? Because you've got to cover 3 locations at once. So you've got to avoid F2ing. So you've got to sort of try to split your units. So I've got like a Thor here, and I'm rallying the units to here, and I've got this. You know, I don't need any units here now because I got 2 turrets. So then rallying units here. Just you've got to get the repair off though. That's really, really important. So yeah, he's gone for a lot of tech. So the game is actually fairly even here. I'm actually 4 workers ahead because he went so aggressive. I'm down on units lost, but I'm ahead on economy, and possibly ahead on upgrades as well. So yeah, I'd say it's pretty even. So I was a little bit too worried about Nidus, but we did get a pick off there, the Overseer, which is nice. Yeah, so we're getting a scout. Vikings can be quite good for scouting as well. But yeah, he just has a little bit too much here. But yeah, I had some of my forces in the main to protect against mutas. So, but look at the resources lost now. See, this is what I meant about how Terran bio becomes very, very cost efficient as the game goes on, right? So that was just attacking with mutas and roaches at this point. Roach Ravager is not so efficient. So, you know, that was actually a really good trade, even though I was a bit out of position and not fully prepared for it. He's got triple spire. And yeah, it's important to take the opportunity to do counter-attack damage, because... And what I'm also doing here is I'm forcing him to build units instead of drones, right? So if I didn't push, he might have just droned up this base, right? If you're playing passively. But now he's only on 56 drones, and he had to be afraid that he was going to lose the game and build a lot of units, which he needed to do. But yeah, putting pressure on and try to keep the Zerg to from expanding and taking too many bases. Yeah, this is the other thing. Pressure one side, and he will probably expand on the other. So a good thing to do. I don't have quite enough units here. This is actually not a lot of units. I'm really short of buyer. How many barracks have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 6th and 7th are coming up, and I'm a bit slow getting my production up. But I'm just starved of money, right? Maybe got too much gas. I'm starved of money because of how much damage you did. But it can pay to have a drop or some sort of harassment force on the other side to your main army. Because this is very common. If he sees your main army over here, he'll put his main army over here, and then he'll start expanding on the other side. So if you can have a harassment force that can push in, even if it just keeps denying this base, that's fine, you know. Because it's true that it's good to deny Zerg from droning, but it's even better, especially later in the game, to deny bases. Because it doesn't really matter how many drones you have if you don't have fresh bases to mine from. Okay, so I probably should have pulled back here. But even this, it's probably not that bad of a trade. I remember I've got the low ground tank. Still got the low ground tank. Get my medevacs out. So it wasn't a great trade, but it was still actually fairly even. And if I'd had just a little bit more, I could have finished off some of these weak Ravagers. It would have been nice if I had another couple of tanks down in that location. It's not the best trade, but satisfactory. We denied the bottom right that whole time, so it still did something. So yeah, he doesn't have enough really here. So that was the other thing, by trading out units, it's just important to just be always trading with the Zerg. You know, in this case, because we're actually ahead in economy now, or at least even, like, if we can trade with the Zerg and trade well with the Zerg, then, you know, it's hard for them to amass huge amounts of units. So the other reason we were able to hold that is we traded out a lot of units here, right? And that wasn't my whole army either. I think it might have been most of my army, but I wasn't necessarily sending all the reinforcements. So yeah, you can see that some of the bases are starting to mine out. Okay, yeah, this was unfortunate I didn't have that tank siege. But yeah, just especially with Roach Ravager, you know, he doesn't have a lot of anti-air. You can actually just evacuate. It's just important to do that. Just mitigate the damage. And again, the strength of Terran Bio at this stage. Okay, so what are the upgrades? It's 1-1 versus 2-2, right? But you can see just how little Bio can deal with just, you know, so that was another good trade.
Mineral field.
I might have been a bit slow to scout the Corruptor transition. But the Zerg is very vulnerable at a time, and I actually think maybe I just got a bit lucky. But also, maybe not, because I was constantly pressuring as soon as I amassed units. But there's a period of time where the Zerg is vulnerable, because if I amass Bio, Corruptors are pretty useless against Bio. Right, so he's investing a lot of money. He's down on economy, or at least not ahead, and he's investing a lot into this. Right, and this is where he's going to be vulnerable in terms of his defenses. And this is why you sometimes see, you know, Zergs will say good Terrans don't let you get to broods, or don't let you get to lurkers, you know, and you say how do you counter lurkers, etc. One way is to stop them getting from it. How do you stop them getting to a certain tech, like broods for instance? Well, what you have to do is you have to constantly be putting pressure on them, so that if they try to transition, they don't have enough units and they just die, right? That's why you need to just keep attacking. So I think this is probably why I had enough with my counterattack here. See? So right when he's starting the transition, right, I'm coming in. Okay, so he's starting to morph broods now, but I think he's going to be too late. Or maybe I was a little bit late.
Mineral field.
I probably could have scanned a bit more. I think I went to deny the other side. Oh, this is where I was splitting my army. So I've got half of my army here. This can also be a good tactic. Half is probably too much. You want maybe a double drop on one side. So I've got half double drop here, maybe 20 of army supply, and the rest of the army supply on the other side. Okay, and so if you attack in here, he sends everything across, you deny the space. You hit this base, he pulls everything across, then you attack this base. So that...
The hive cluster is under attack.
So yeah. And I do have a nice tank position here. You can't see it, but this is really good. It's better if you've got more than one. But basically, if he pushes in, you know, you pull back and he takes tank fire. So that's very important. And you put it in a position where it's not that easy to get to, right? That's not easy to get to because, you know, he can try and send lings around this side all the way around here. He has to get through this to get to the tank. And so, yeah, you want to do that. And see, now I pushed in again here while all this was happening. Right? Oh, cells in this rally. So I scout the brutes here, and I can just pull back and see I've got my force on the other side. And this is the real strength. The strength of Terran Bio is cost efficiency and its mobility. Right, so I'm just denying. I'm sort of doing this. This is the kind of damage which means that he's only got one attack left in him. Right, he's nearly maxed. Right, he's got all those brutes. But if he doesn't win the game with his current army, he's not going to have the ability to. And he overproduced brutes here. He didn't. This is the other thing. You know, he didn't keep any corruptors alive. So these drops can just go ham, right? And brutes don't have any mobility, so you can exploit that. So he has limited anti-air, right? He's got mostly roaches. He's only got a few hydras, and so you can exploit that. I managed to exploit that with all these drops. It was probably a mistake to go after here. It probably would have been better to drop here and just try and get more drone kills. But he's down to 37 drones, and not entirely done yet.
Our drones are under attack. Our forces are under
So we're getting even more drone kills there. And we're trading out some more army. So yeah, he's down to 27, and more importantly, he's down to like only 3 bases. And look at his bank compared to my bank. And so this is the thing that comes from this cost efficiency, as well as I was ahead economically for periods of the game, but we've also traded more efficiently. So I have this bank. So at this point, like even if he denies all my mining, I can actually remax an entire army even without any mining, whereas he cannot at this stage.
Our forces are under attack.
So yeah, he's made the corruptors now. Because if he doesn't have corruptors to go with the brutes, even a handful of Vikings can just kill them all. Slowly, but can kill them all. So this is his last force, right? And we just have enough here. We just have enough. The Thors in the background, kill the corruptors first, so that the Vikings can deal with yeah.
Our forces are
Yeah, so that's game now, because look at the supply. And of course you don't let him recover. You of course he's going to try and retake bases if he can afford them, but he's remaking these 2 bases. So he's only got he's got nothing behind it. So he resigned at the appropriate time. It's worth waiting just in case, in case he doesn't know what situation I'm in, right? Maybe I have no money and limited army supply left. He may not know, or he does know about the space, but I might be busy sort of trying to recover my macro as well. So why not have a chance at rebuilding? But yeah, when he sees me coming in here, it's like, it's still got a lot. Yeah. Appropriate time to resign. So let's have a look at, yeah, it was pretty evenly matched game. So yeah, it was a tough one. But yeah, just the cost efficiency of Terran units. So we didn't have that much of it. income advantage, but we had a slight income advantage. And we certainly weren't behind. Remember, Terran is usually behind the Zerg Econ, and we were out trading him, so in combination... Actually, the upgrades are more even than I would have thought. Yeah, in combination, that's we're able to win the war of attrition. Okay, cool. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the game. Cheers.